Perky Planes and RC here, operating at 2.4 gigahertz and got the good old, well, you know who this is. All right, well, let's talk about something that's brand new here to the channel, and I'm convinced probably one of the biggest airplanes that I have to date. So here we go. All right, here is a Carl Goldberg Wild Stick 120, complete with nitro engine and a bunch of other goodies. Let's dive in and show you guys what all's here. All right, we'll go ahead and start here with the wing, since it's obviously the biggest piece here. So, anyways, as you can kind of see here, we got ailerons and flaps on this wing. There is some covering issues here, which I'm not too overly concerned about. The plane is of course older. It has actually been sitting a while when I went and picked it up. So, you know, I know those kind of things can happen, but again, I'm not too concerned about the covering. I'll patch that best I can and continue flying it. I checked all the servos. They're all the same model here, same model and brand. Futaba S3004. I have not tested these yet, so before I actually take it up in the air, I'll make sure all the servos are working pretty good. So there's the underside of the wing. All right, now here is the top side of the wing. As you can see, pretty good, you know, in pretty good shape itself. Pretty solid. Of course, it does need to be cleaned up and stuff. There is some covering issues in this little section as well. Again, not too overly concerned about it. Like I said, we'll just patch her up. And but yeah, there you have the top side of the wing. I was noticing too, it has, like, of course, that checkerboard kind of look. I think a lot of planes from the early days have like a checkerboard look. What do you think? All right, let's start talking about the fuselage, and more specifically here, the tail section. So here you can see, of course, the rudder and the elevator. This is a dual elevator servo airplane using those same Futaba S3004s, as you see there. I have not tested these as well, so we'll be doing that. All right, well, let's go ahead and move a little bit forward here and talk about the rest of the fuselage. All right, so what we have here is the rudder and the tail wheel servo, and it's a high-tech HS645MG servo for the rudder and the tail wheel, and then a Futaba S3004 again for the throttle. Now, again, both of these servos have not been tested, so we'll make sure and do that. Couple things here. I'm not 100% sure on some of this stuff, just because this is kind of my first venture really into this. I'm going to guess this is probably some sort of kill switch for the engine itself. This plane, I do know this, the plane did come with a built-in glow igniter. So you'd basically put a battery in there and it would keep a constant, basically make sure your glow plug was constantly lit. Yes, this is a nitro airplane. And I believe what I read was it was manufactured in the early 2000s. I'm thinking 2003, 2004. I'll have to double check, but it was something like that. And anyways, let's go ahead and move on forward here. And let's talk about the fuel compartment, which I've done a little bit of work here, not much, but this is the old fuel tank and will be replaced, of course, with all new stuff. I checked it. It is a 16-ounce fuel tank, so that's what we're looking at. All right, and let's talk about the next big thing here, which I actually featured this on my previous video, Super Tigre S2000 S2300, basically a 20cc nitro engine. It spun a 16-inch prop, and here you can see the glow igniter wire right here, which of course I'm going to be taking out. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and take it out completely and not worry about it. But it's not fully bolted in right now. I've just kind of, as I've been working on it, cleaning it up and stuff like that. So, but this is, from what I have researched and picked up from the guy that I got it from, This is a very low nitro engine. I believe about a 5 or 10% nitro. So that's what this guy runs, and it hasn't been fired up, and I'm not sure how long. Um, so we'll hope and pray that it fires up no problem when we get some new fuel and stuff into it. And something else I want to kind of mention as well. I'm just absolutely amazed at the angle that the landing gear comes out here. I mean, it's massive. Of course, there's the big old tires on it. But as you can kind of see here how wide of a stance that is. I mean, it is just freaking huge. All right, guys, there you have it, the Carl Goldberg Wild Stick 120. Like I said, probably one of the largest planes I featured here on the channel, or it just seems that way. So a couple things here on this particular plane. It has been sitting for a while, so I'm just going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, restore anything that needs restored, repair anything that needs repaired, replace anything that needs replaced, and so on. I'll be featuring, little bits of the progress and stuff like that here on the channel, so you guys can check that out. I originally thought that I was going to do an electric conversion on it, but you know what? I hadn't dabbled with glow, at least in a very, very long time, and really have very little experience with it. So I'm going to leave it stock with its glow engine, and, we'll get it up in the air. So, like I said, please join me on my journey with this guy. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. And like I said, you'll definitely be seeing more of it here on the channel. So, but anyways, that's all for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.